What is going on, guys? Chip here. Welcome back to another Pokemon TCG online video, where today we're going to be taking a look at a very interesting Tapu Koko Yanmega Trevenant deck. Now, I do have to give a shout out to my buddy Max, one of my moderators over on my Twitch chat. He was talking to me about this deck, said it was a lot of fun, and this deck actually seems pretty good. So, shout out to him for giving me the idea. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the deck here and see what makes it tick. This is a lot of fun, very interesting deck. But this is actually the first time we're taking a look at this Tapu Koko promo, which I think is a very, very good card. One of the best promos we've gotten in a while. Probably the best promo since the Stardust Jirachi that we got. I don't know, I can't think of another good promo since then. I don't know, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What's a really good XY or Sun and Moon promo that you think we have gotten. But anyway, let's look at Tapu Koko here. 110 HP, basic lightning Pokemon with the attack Flying Flip. This attack does 20 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon, and it also has free retreat. Very, very solid card. Getting the 20 damage on the field early can be very good for us, just spreading it all around. Can make it easy for us to come in later with something else to take big finishing knockouts, which is what Yanmega is here for, with that Sonic Vision ability. If we have 4 cards in our hand, we don't have to have any energy attached to Yanmega in order to use its attacks. Assault Boom here, 50 damage. If they have a Pokemon tool attached, it does 70 more damage. So that's 120, not a bad number to hit. Lets us 2-hit KO a lot of stuff. We also have Choice Band in order to boost our damage. And we also have the Yanmega Break here with the Barrier Break attack, 100 damage. This attack's damage isn't affected by weakness, resistance, or any other effects on our opponent's Pokemon. So there it is for 3 Yanmega and 4 Tapu Koko promos. We're also playing a 2-2 Trevenant with the Poltergeist attack. Your opponent reveals their hand. This attack does 30 damage for each trainer card you find there. This is going to be very good against decks like Sylveon that just continually have a ton of trainers in their hand. Lets us take big knockouts on those. We're also playing one Espeon-EX. I like this card a lot in this deck. If we're spreading damage around early, maybe not taking a one-hit knockout with something like a Yanmega Break or a Yanmega or a Trevenant even, we can maybe get a surprise turn where we come in with Espeon-EX and Miraculous Shine, make our opponent put Pokemon back into their hand, and take multiple knockouts in a single turn, leaving our opponent with dead cards in their hand of Stage 2, Stage 1 Pokemon they cannot play down since their basic and Stage 1 forms were knocked out previously. This is also very good since Rare Candy is becoming a more popular card. We also have 2 copies of Tapu Lele-GX here, letting us search out supporter cards with the Wonder Tag ability. Also, Energy Drive is a very solid attack. Alongside the Flying Flip, makes it very easy for Lele to come in and clean up some knockouts for us. So let's go ahead and expand it here, take a look at the rest of the deck. We are playing 2 copies of Field Blower, which you may say doesn't make much sense when we want to be attacking with Assault Boom, but Garbodor Drampa is a very popular deck, and Garbodor from Breakpoint is a very good card in that deck, and Field Blower is going to be very key in order to be able to use our abilities. We are extremely ability reliant on our main attacker, so having the Field Blower in order to get rid of the tool on Garbodor to shut off that Garbotoxin will be pretty key for us at times. We're also playing 2 copies of Revitalizer, letting us put back Pokemon from our discard pile into our hand. 2 copies of Special Charge, letting us shuffle back in 2 Special Energies. We are only playing 4 DCE, so if we have to use them to retreat something like a Lele or a Espeon, or even a Trevenant at some point, putting energies back through that will be good. Also, if they just get discarded through Ultra Ball or Sycamore, or if our Pokemon they're attached to get knocked out. We're also playing 3 copies of Trainers Mail, just adding a little consistency. I know this is a card that we've cut from a lot of the lists that I've been putting on my channel recently, but I do still like it in this deck. It lets us search for the Forest, it lets us search for the Revitalizer, the Field Blower, the Special Charge, so I think Trainer's Mail is definitely still very good. 4 copies of Ultra Ball, letting us search for any Pokemon and putting it into our hand. 3 copies of VS Seeker, letting us reuse any of those supporter cards that are in our discard pile. 4 copies of the Forest of Giant Plants, letting us evolve straight up into our grass Pokemon on the very first turn of the game. 2 copies of Lysandre, letting us bring up whatever our opponent has on the bench. 3 ends, 4 Sycamores to do our draw supporters, shuffle draw, and just straight up discard draw 7. Very good. And then 1 copy of Professor Kukui, sort of a draw supporter as well, but just also boosts our damage output, so Kukui is very good. 4 copies of Choice Band, boosting our damage as well against GX and EX Pokemon, and 4 double colorless energy to round it out. There's the list, guys. Hope you guys enjoy it. We're going to go ahead and hop onto the Versus ladder, see if we can't snag a couple of wins with Yanmega Koko Trevenant. As always, guys, if you enjoy these videos, definitely make sure to leave a like down below. Helps me out a ton. Lets me know you are enjoying seeing what I'm putting out on this channel. Also, make sure you're subscribed if you haven't yet. That way you can get notified anytime we put up a new video. So let's see if we can get a game here or not. This deck is a lot of fun, so we'll see what we're going up against. Looks like Botafogo here playing a Psychic Colorless deck, which almost definitely is going to be Garbodor. So we'll see what we can do with this. We do get double Yanma start and a totally dead hand other than that. Uh-oh. We're not going to bench the other Yanma since we are going first, but we'll see if my opponent chooses what they choose as their active Pokemon. So hopefully we top deck like an Ultra Ball, maybe a male or a supporter of some sort. We get a Lele, which works as a supporter for sure. So go ahead and go Lele. We're going to go search out an N here, I think. I think that's our best option. I should have searched my deck a little bit. That's a small misstep. We'll go ahead and put a Choice Band on the Yanma, just so we don't draw it off this end. We do have 3 more if he does happen to Field Blower this away, and that also gets rid of his Field Blower now. We do get a Forest and a Yanmega, so we can at least get one up and going. And what do you know, we have 4 cards in our hand, so we would be able to attack if it wasn't our first turn. But let's go ahead and click done here. Onto my opponent's turn. No items in the discard yet, which is very good for going up against the deck we're going up against. So Trainer's Mail here. They're going to go get a Lysandre. Okay. Let's see what they go with. We're going to see a Psychic Energy, and a Lele comes down, so they will get to play a supporter this turn. Let's see what they go with. They do have a Lysandre in their hand, but they may want something like a Sycamore or an N. I'd be okay with an N. Our hand is a little awkward. Like, we of course have via Seeker for N, but the longer we can prolong playing our item cards, the better, since Garbodor's Trashalanche attack does more damage based off of a number of items in our discard. He is playing Silent Lab, which is very interesting. Not a card I've seen in a lot of these Garbodor lists, but very interesting. Obviously does not work on the Yanmega, since it's not a basic Pokemon. And we actually, if we can get ourselves to 4 cards, we would be able to knock out the Trubbish with a Kukui, since we have the Kukui in our hand. If we just get ourselves to 4 cards, we can also Barrier Break, so... Does discard the top card of our deck. It is an item card, unfortunately. We'll go ahead and get into... If we play Yanmega, bench Koko, bench Phantump, that gives us... I think we can Kukui first. Since we have Ultra Ball, that'll let us thin our hand down. And I kind of want to Ultra Ball for a Yanmega, another Yanmega. Let's go ahead and play it. We get a Replacement Stadium as well, which is solid. So we definitely do this. Well, I guess that takes away some of his... we maybe should have left that in play, but if we want to get into another Yanmega this turn. So we could just bench these 2, but I kind of want to get another Yanmega in play. We do have to get down to 4 cards. I think we should have left the Silent Lab in play. That's a mistake. I think we'll just get down Koko Phantump and attack. Yeah, I think this is our best option. And we'll go with Barrier Break. We could have used Assault Boom as well in order to KO him since it does 70, but we'll just go ahead and use the big boy attack. And we get another Yanmega there. Yeah, I really wish I had held that Stadium now, because now if he has an Ultra Ball in his hand, he can go find another Lele or a Shaman, and whereas if he didn't have a draw supporter or something like that, it might have messed him up. But he's going to actually put an Altar of the Moon in play, so split Stadium count here, very interesting. And it actually ended up not mattering, which is nice, since, yeah, it's good to know that it didn't end up mattering since he had a VS Seeker in his hand. But we'll see what he goes with here. Off of this end, what does he get? We cannot knock out Tapu Lele in 1 hit. I don't think we have really any way of doing that. But we'll see what he does. Super Rod. Probably just going to put back the Trubbish Psychic Energy. Yep, which is, well, I mean, I guess that's the only things he can put back. And pass. Okay, so not much going on for my opponent here. We'll go ahead and put Yanmega in play. We can play Trainer's Mail or just play down the Forest. I think we should just go ahead and play down the Forest. That makes it one less item we put in the discard. And we're just going to put pressure on here and go with a Barrier Break for 130. Kukui lets us hit for 150, but that doesn't really help us, so we're just going to Barrier Break. And let's see, they didn't bench anything this past turn, so that makes me think they don't have, you know, a great hand. They may have a supporter since they'd already played one. But we may just get to steal a quick game here. So, got rid of, yeah, Garbodor, Floatstone, Psychic Energy. I guess he could have probably put the Floatstone on the Lele since it won't matter really at this point, since it's probably going to get knocked out by if we just blew on it with Yanmega. Here comes an Ultra Ball, though, so the game will not be over yet. We'll see what he puts down. But also, if we just start attacking with Koko, we actually knock out the Lele in 2 turns, which is pretty nice. He's going to get rid of a Escape Rope and a Seeker. He's going to grab a Shaman. That's interesting. I think next turn, if he benches a Trubbish, we just try to find a Lysandre. Choice Band and Energy coming onto the Lele, I guess just to draw more cards with the Shaman. But interesting to put all of this stuff on a card that's just going to get knocked out here. And he's only hitting us for 60 since we have no energy attached. Ultra Ball gets rid of Garbodor and Professor Sycamore. He's already played a Super Rod, and he's got 2 Garbs down. If we can find a Lysandre off this Trainer's Mail or an Ultra Ball for Lele for Lysandre, we will bring this up. Since I guess that's technically kind of the main threat at this point. Ooh, that is not fun to deal with. We'll have to soften that up with Koko. And he does just attack for 60. I don't know, maybe we shouldn't let Lele for Lysandre. We do have both of our Field Blowers left, theoretically. Should we just go ahead and Lysandre take the KO on Shaman? I honestly think we should probably knock this out. Just keep that from coming out and doing anything. He's not, like, if he attaches... It's going to be pretty hard for him to... I mean, if he attaches just another energy, he gets to knock out our Yanmega. But then he's committing another energy to something that's just going to go down. He would need DCE plus Kukui to knock us out with Tauros. So I think we do just bring up the Trubbish here. And Barrier Break. This also means if he ends us, we get 4 cards instead of 3, which is, you know, pretty, you know, worthwhile to do. And the only item in our discard pile is the one that he put there with a Stomp Off. That's what it's called, right? Stomp Off? Yeah. But yeah, I think it's best to just go ahead and take this out. Prevent him, if he does play the Garbotoxin Garbodor, just prevents him from being able to bring that into play. Just get rid of the Stadium and the Tool. That makes sense. See, we do see another energy come down, so he will be able to knock it out. And does he just have like a totally dead hand? He didn't play Supporter. We bring up Koko. So how do we get to 4 cards with this hand? Revitalizer back, Yanmega. Oh, we have to hit a Forest, I think. Or we will have to end. We get Choice Band, which is actually good. 20 damage. So we could knock out the Lele with a Flying Flip if we hit the... if we hit the DCE. I think we will go ahead and play this. We don't have Forest in place, so we're just going to get Yanma and the Yanmega Break. We're going to go ahead and Ultra Ball. We're just going to Sycamore this turn. We don't want to end. He hasn't played any cards. I think he has a dead hand. We're not going to get this. We're going to get this. Go ahead and get this dude in play. And I guess I technically should have just discarded the VS Seeker instead of the Sycamore, since that saves a little bit of time. So we'll go ahead and play the Sycamore. Okay, so we have to Ultra Ball 2 cards. Sycamore Yanma. We didn't hit the DCE. Get rid of Sycamore Yanma and just fail it. We could get Yanmega Break and then attach the Choice Band to something. He's actually just going to go ahead and concede the game, knowing that we are going to be able to knock out the Lele there. So that's going to do it. He must have just had a totally dead hand. So we do win game number 1. We'll go ahead and see if we can grab another one and see how that goes. It's always nice winning the very first game of a video. So let's go ahead, grab another game, and see how this goes. Yeah, just taking out, like, if he wasn't able to keep his Trebishes in play, he had all of his energy on something that was about to get knocked out. So we go up against Way Too Slow Bro. I think this is someone we have played in the past. Playing Water Psychic Colorless, so maybe some sort of Water Toolbox deck. If it's Ninetales, that could be a little scary. But if it is... if it's Ninetales, that could be a little scary. But if it is... what am I trying to say? Lapras, that is very good for us. So they're choosing their starting Pokemon. And it looks like... ooh, Trubbish. So I wonder what the water type is. Maybe Ninetales Garbodor? Or Lapras Garbodor? We'll see, we'll see. Ultra Ball here might give us an idea of what he's got. We do have a totally dead hand, so I'd love to see him go for a Lele for N here. He's going to get an Eevee. Okay, so it's just Espeon Garbodor with Vaporeon. So Garbodor, obviously a very popular deck on the ladder right now, as you guys can tell. Just going to go ahead and get up into the Espeon this turn. And Choice Band going to go on the bench, and a Sycamore. Alright, let's see what else he gets down and gets going. We are in total top deck mode here, unfortunately. Does get down another Trubbish, so no option to Lysandre KO on this turn. Let's see if he gets an Eevee or another Trubbish with this level ball. He does get another Trubbish. We do have Field Blower to go ahead and get rid of this tool, which is nice. Ooh, we top deck a supporter, so that's good. Or not a supporter, but a way to get a supporter, I should say. So let's go ahead and Ultra Ball away Lysandre. Either VS Seeker or Yanmega. I think we want to get rid of the VS Seeker. It is another item in the discard, but we really want to hit our Yanmegas, because I think we're just going to go Lele for N. I think we get rid of Yanmega. We do have 2 Revitalizers. Ooh, we prized the Yanmega, so hopefully we don't have too hard of a time finding it. We do have our other Field Blower, 2 Revitalizers. Prized, we have 1 Lysandre in the discard. Prized a Sycamore, it looks like, but have pretty much everything else. Prized a Special Charge, a Mail, and a Yanmega and a Break. Okay, cool deal. So we just go get Lele, and we will Lele for the N. We will go ahead and attach the energy to the active, of course. We do have free retreat on all of our guys, so that is very good. Letting us get out of the confusion, not have to deal with that. We could go ahead and play this Field Blower. I think we should. Yeah, I think we should go ahead and just get rid of this Floatstone. Keep the tool on the Espeon, of course, and we're going to go ahead and play an N. We do find a Yanma, but no Forest or Yanmega, unfortunately. We can go ahead and play this, but I don't want him to Field Blower it. So we're just going to go ahead with a... I think we're going to go ahead with a Flying Flip. Yeah, we'll go ahead with the Flying Flip there. Get 20 damage on everything. This will make it so that if we get another Flying Flip off, we may be able to take knockouts later on down the road. He's going to go ahead and get the whole crew out. Let's see if he evolves this one as well. Do we just end him into 3 Garbodors casually? And he may not play the Garbotoxin one, but I would assume he probably does. He does attach a basic Psychic, which is good. That means our Koko will live 1 more turn. And he's going to go ahead and Sycamore. 20, 40, 60, 80, 110 with Lele. We get at 110 with Lele. He is going to Psybeam and confuse us. If we top deck another Koko, that'd probably be ideal. That could find us one. But then we have to Ultra Ball away Lele DCE to do that. I guess we could have Ultra Balled away the Choice Band. The Choice Band DCE might have been better. I really don't want to get rid of the Lele here. Trevenant could also potentially do a lot of work if we end him to 6. We need 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yeah, we would need all 6 plus a Choice Band, or all 6 or 5 plus a Choice Band. I think we'll just go get a Koko here. We did see Special Charge, so that's good to know. I'm unsure about this. Yeah, we did prize a Special Charge, but we have one in the deck still. So we'll go ahead and play the N. We do find it DCE Koko anyway. So we can just retreat. We could maybe play Trainer's Mail to see if we find a Yanma, or like an Ultra Ball for Yanma. But then that puts us at 3 cards, so we wouldn't be able to even attack. So I think it's best to just go in with Koko here. Keep putting damage on the field. We could maybe pull off an Espeon play. I don't think generally against this deck you do, because it's kind of harder to get off the 3 Koko attacks. Or 4 Koko attacks, I should say. It's going to be better against things that the basic forms have 60 HP, but looks like we do see a Floatstone come down. Will we see the Garbotox and Garbodor? Let's really hope not. This is our last DCE besides whatever we get with... Oh, he's going to get Shaman, so maybe he was going for the Garbodor and he prized it, since he Ultra Balled one away. But anyway, what was I saying? We will have to get another Field Blower, potentially. But he does get a DC... Or this is our last DC until we find the Special Charge. That's what I was saying. He does have to put another energy onto the Espeon, which isn't great for him. 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. Choice Band plus Kukui would actually allow us to knock this out with a Lele. Forest is good. But I don't think we can get Choice Band plus Kukui this turn. Should we bench the other Koko? Let's see, what's he hit for with Psychic if we put a DCE on? 120, 150? So we can't one-hit knock out Lele? Which is pretty good. Go ahead and put you out. We could Lysandre KO this with Lele to prevent him. Well, he would have gotten the Garbodor if he had it, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 150. We'd be 10 short, but that means we can clean it up with a Koko. I think we will attach to the Lele. Let's play the male first. Field Blower, Forest. I don't think we want to take either of those. I think we're going to Sycamore here. I think Sycamore is better than N. Yeah, we're not going to take any of those. We're going to attach the DCE here, and we're just going to Sycamore. We get Ultra Ball, which means we can go find the Yanmega. So, but we'd still be short of knocking it out. So is it better to attack with Lele? I think it might be better to attack with the Yanmega. How do we get to... Alright, so we Ultra Ball away Trevenant Lysandre? Or we could just attack with Koko this turn. I think if we can get to 4 cards, though, we should go ahead and attack with the Yanmega, though. We hit for 150 here. 10 short, but we can clean it up with this Koko next turn and potentially take multiple prizes. Well, we won't be able to take multiple prizes, but you know. Alright, let's go ahead here. We won't evolve into Yanmega BREAK, of course, because then we wouldn't be able to attack. And then we'll just Assault Boom. Psychic will only hit us for 60, and if he confuses us, we can evolve out of it or retreat into Koko. I doubt he plays any healing. If anything, it's a Pokemon Center Lady. He has an Olympia, so that means 2 Flying Flips are needed in order to KO it. I actually didn't see the Olympia in the discard pile, so maybe that would have... I guess there really wasn't anything we could do to knock it out this turn, though, so I don't know how that really would have changed my play. But he does hit enough to KO Yanmega. We can Revitalize or bring him right back. No tool on this guy, though, so we only hit for 50. Let's see what we get here. In could be good. Yeah, I think we're just going to in. So we'll go get in, Revitalizer. Bring back 1-1. Nope, not you. You. So if we can get the 4 cards on the other end of this end, we can actually knock out the Garbodor. And he's hitting us for 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40. So he is knocking out, yeah, 60, 80, yeah, he's knocking everything out with a Trash Avalanche. What do we attach to? I think we attach to Yanmega BREAK, since we can KO Shaman, theoretically, with a Barrier Break. And we're just going to play in. And we will be able to attack this turn with a Barrier Break, which is very good. Taking a knockout. Bring down these 2. Retreat. And Barrier Break. So we do KO Garbodor. Do just get 1 prize, but need to be a Seeker, which is a good prize to take always. So, what did he just put down? Oh, he just attached to Psychic Energy. Okay, cool. So now we need Break plus Koko in order to knock out Garbodor. Or actually, no, we just need the Break, sorry. Which we did prize 1, so we have to find it somehow. We could Lysandre KO this with a Koko. But if we can end him to 3... We actually could KO this with Yanmega. But that doesn't deal with the Garbodor very well. We need to find a break this turn, I think. Attach this to Koko and to Yanmega. Should we go ahead and play the Field Blower on this? How many float? There's 1 Floatstone in here. This is our last Field Blower. I think we have to hold the Field Blower. Because he could play a 3rd Floatstone and the Garbodor if he just got it out of prizes or whatever. Because we've seen 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so there's still 1 Garbodor left. If we can KO this, we'd be in a pretty decent position, I think, to just win the game. So I think we need to end. We need to find either Revitalizer or Break, which we did prize a Break. So I think we will go ahead and Field Blower. The Floatstone just gives us the highest odds. Maybe we should just Sycamore. Sycamore honestly gives us the highest odds, and I'm pretty sure if we just KO the Garbodor here, we probably will just be in a good position to win. So I think we're just going to Sycamore. Let's see if we find it. We do get the Break. We get a Yanma. We get Revitalizer. We got pretty much everything we could have wanted. We will have to get to 4 cards. Let's see the best way to do that. If we bench this... I don't think Phantump's going to do anything for us in this game. We can Revitalize or bring back another Yanmega BREAK. Yanmega BREAK. That's going to allow us to attack. And we're actually going to attack him with this one as opposed to this one, since this one has a Choice Band and can one-shot Shaman, so we want to save that one if we can. So he's going to need to find Rescue Stretcher or something like that in order to bring back a Garbodor or a Super Rod and Ultra Ball or something of that sort. Yeah, Trevenant, yeah, that was our last Revitalizer, so I knew, like, we're not going to be able to get Trevenant out this game. He actually can't even KO a Yanmega with an Espeon, which is pretty funny. And we can just easily bring up Koko and knock out the Espeon. He's going to get a Choice Band, so does he have the 4th Garbodor? Were we fearing the, Garbotoxin Garbodor for no reason? We are out of Lysandres, unfortunately, since we do only play 3 via Seeker. Oh, he's going to bring up Koko here. I guess just hoping we can't get down to 3 cards? Or 4 cards? Does he play just 4 Garbotoxin Garbodor? Or Trashalanche Garbodor? Oh, we definitely send this up. Koko. Yanma. Attack? We are out of Lysandres, so we can't KO the Shaman ever. And yeah, we'll just Assault Boom, take the knockout. But if he has Garbodor Lysander, we will lose the game, and I don't think there was much we could have done to get around that. We're out of Lysanders. We don't have any way to clear this off the board, but he does, you know, if he plays a split, he has to get like Rescue Stretcher or something in order to get this Garbodor back. If he has Rescue Stretcher Lysander, he wins the game. Let's see if he has it. There's the VS Seeker. Is he going to just Lysander Yanma and hope we can't retreat it, maybe? He's going to get a Sycamore. Okay. So that means he's not winning the game this turn if he plays the Sycamore. Yes. But that's going to actually put us in a bad spot if it is the Garbotoxin Garbodor. Eevee. If he does have the Garbotoxin Garbodor, that's really going to stink. He's probably just going to get rid of the Choice Band and the Forest. Oh, he's actually going to get rid of the Tool on the Trubbish. It doesn't really matter, though. Maybe he rather would have a Floatstone on it if he has one left. Or, yeah, if he has a Floatstone, he can go into Espeon here. But then we just retreat, and if he confuses us, we're just going to Yanmega and Barrier Break. He has to have a Floatstone to do that. There's the Floatstone. That's his last one, I assume. He's going to go into Espeon. So just confuse us. But we just retreat and then hit him for 100. As long as we can play our hand down. Which we can't. Special Charge. He didn't get rid of our Stadium, I assume, with the Field Blower, because that actually makes it so we can't play our hand down. If we... Oh, we should have done this to see if we find... Now that we find Ultra Ball... Do we take Kukui and hope we hit Ultra Ball? Worst case scenario lets us do 20, 40, 60, 80 with Lele. Are we out of Choice Bands? Yeah. So it actually doesn't help us at all. I think this is our best shot to be able to attack this turn, though. Take this, hope we hit Ultra Ball. We did hit Ultra Ball. Nice. Okay, yeah. So we just get rid of Phantump. And we don't have another Yanmega. We do have 2 DCEs, Special Charge, and Espeon left in the deck. So we will just retreat and attack with Barrier Break. Okay. So we got a little lucky there hitting that on the Kukui. Decent odds to hit it, though, I guess. This is going to be a close one. If he ever just gets Garbodor Lysander. Oh, it is the Garbotoxin Garbodor. No! Do we just lose now? 20, 40, 60... We have to hit DCE to KO this with a Lele. Oh. Can we hit it? Oh, wait. 20, 40, 60, 80. We actually just win! We just retreat to Lele. Why would he attach this energy? The energy just gave us the win. 20, 40, 60, 80. Yeah. So we just retreat and go into Lele. Okay. Energy Drive for the KO. Nice. Very nice. So winning 2 games there in today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this deck. I think it's a lot of fun, so I definitely would encourage you guys to check it out for yourself. Let me know what you think down below. The list is in the description. As always, guys, definitely check it out. Let me know what you think. Huge shout out once again to Max for the deck idea, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. So let me know what you guys think. That's gonna do it for me. I'm gonna get out of here. Until next time, guys. Take care.